Hi.
Whoa, what was that?
Hi, Alyssa.
That was new. Why does your voice sound like Hi Willows? Why does your voice sound like that?
What are we talking about today?
Okay,
What am I
can we
mentoring you on today?
can we just have fun with this one?
Yes.
A little bit. It's still business.
Okay.
It's not just like I mean it is. Okay. It still is fun.
We've been seeing your comments. The people are here for business, not yapping.
Well, it's still okay.
But then some of them said they're here for yapping, not business.
Yeah,
so.
I swear to God, I've seen one that said they like the yapping.
All right. Well, what do you need mentorship on today, buddy?
I was just thinking about this, and I don't think we've ever really talked about it. Not like super in depth, but like entrepreneurship, right?
Okay.
Did you have any did you know that you were going to be an entrepreneur? Like, did you have any signs growing up? Because I sure did. And I think it's very interesting. They're just like personality traits or like any stories you might have from growing up. I want to know. I think that it would be fun, and also it is business because entrepreneurship is in the question.
So you want to know to help people. We always try to relate this so the audience can relate it, right? So I guess the question is are there early signs that I am an entrepreneur, my child is an entrepreneur?
Yeah.
Nice. I think I've been an entrepreneur for day one. If I can find the photo, I'll put it up on the screen for the YouTube and X listeners. I had lemonade stands every
Classic.
every summer at my cabin, and I remember. I guess that's like a kind of standard stereotypical kid making money thing.
Did you have competitive pricing?
Yeah, probably. I know. I do know that we kind of finessed my parents, my brother and I, to give us the money as a donation, like a
nice.
allowance.
Angel investor.
Yeah, they didn't get anything in return. I think because I think how you're supposed to do a lemonade stand is with a child is you make them pay back the investment because it teaches them that concept of
I've never heard that. I guess so.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do is you give them $5 to buy lemons and whatever.
Yeah.
And then you take back the original investment or whatever and the profit, and that's the lesson you're trying to teach them.
Right.
Is how that works.
Maybe you had good parents.
Well, no, I was going to say the opposite. Is my parents didn't know anything about business.
Oh.
So
you would be a good parent.
They couldn't even teach that to me because they don't know it. But yeah, so we had lemonade stands, probably 5 years old, maybe 6, and my brother's 3, maybe. We probably started. I know we did that a few summers.
Crazy.
Didn't get too crazy with it though. But my first preneur, my first project. So I was big into film when I was a kid. I still am. And I used to make YouTube videos with my friends and back in the day, even pre-YouTube, we were making. My mother still has some of them. I think I used to make movies on a camcorder, on a VHS camcorder, where you couldn't really edit them, or I wasn't capable of editing them. So I would just you had to just sync it up and then hit record and just start. So I was always big into that, and then obviously I wasn't monetized my video content back then. But what I started doing, I think I was probably 12, 13. My little brother played hockey. So what I would do is go with my parents to the games, and I would set up a tripod and I would record the whole game.
Okay.
From up on the stands or whatever.
All right.
And then I would edit together TSN style highlight reels to music.
That's so
funny. I'd do to a song of them scoring goals and checking people and whatever.
Wow.
So I would do like you would watch on TV of a highlights reel. I would make that, and then I also added some behind the scenes stuff. I would film them messing around in the locker room or whatever, and
That's
just
what the people want to see.
Yeah. And I'd make these little, and then I'd burn them onto DVDs. made like a custom cover for it and like put a sticker on and everything. And then I would sell them. I would go to the games and hawk them to the parents for like $20 a CD.
No way.
Yeah. So that was my first.
Wait, that's so funny.
Yeah.
You're actually making money. That's insane.
I would make like $3,000 a season.
That's real?
This is 100% real.
That's insane. You've never said this before.
Yeah. Well, it was probably maybe not that much money. No, it was like definitely thousands of dollars, because I remember I was able to like buy editing equipment and stuff, or editing software and like film equipment with the money, with the proceeds. I'm trying to think how many kids are on like a team, like 15, 20, I think, on like a team like that. And then times 20 for the like $20 per. But then I also sell them to some people would buy 5 and give it to the grandma.
That's
give it to the uncle, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So that was like my first real preneur. That was probably age 12 to 14, 15. Probably did it for like 3 or 4 years. I think I did it until maybe grade 9, grade 10, like late middle school, early high school, where I was like, I wanted to like chase girls instead of
that's how it goes.
Instead of like it wasn't cool to like spend my Saturdays to go
hustling and
well,
they're not gonna like that, come on,
whatever. So that was like my first real preneur, and that was my first like I had to teach myself discipline because I had to get all this footage like watched through and edited and everything, and so that was my first like real whatever. And then towards the end of that, when I would have been like 15, 16, a couple of my friends, my really good friends, started doing multi-level marketing pyramid schemes, basically.
Damn.
And then that's how, so I was like really involved in all that.
Damn, they got your ass.
That community for a while. And then that's what like taught me that's what like changed my ethos to kind of think of the world differently and think of it in like a business
like
sense.
Very sales oriented.
Yeah. And then I started my winery when I was 18. And then that's like actual business, crazy. Obviously. But I guess like, so those are like some like stories. But I guess like trait wise, like I always didn't respect teachers' authorities over me.
Right.
Even from like, being like 10 years old, I always remember like constantly questioning why the rules were how they were, and things that made teachers very angry, obviously.
Right.
But then, and it's like, it sucks back then when you're like 8 years old and you don't agree with what they're doing, but it's like you can't articulate why.
Yeah.
But then you're just labeled like a bad kid.
Yeah.
But I remember like we had this kind of a tangent, but we had this music teacher in elementary school, and she used to not let people go to the bathroom.
It's always the music teachers.
Yeah, because she thought that people were just trying to get out of the class or whatever.
Right.
And I remember like now, like what I would give to like go back into like 10-year-old me with like my mind right now for a day.
Yeah.
And just be like it's a breach of a Geneva Convention, right? Like you can't.
No, that's definitely
that's cruel and unusual punishment. Like you can't even do that with prisoners.
Yeah, no.
Like
that's crazy.
And same teacher actually, a kid fainted in the class because it was like 37 degrees.
God.
And she wouldn't let him go get water.
That's insane.
Because it was like, whatever, that was like her policy. And these are children, right?
Yeah,
these are like under 12. Like, and we had some other teachers that I just remember like, they'd have a divorce and then they'd come and yell at children. And it's like, looking back on it, it's like, oh, a lot of these kids or these teachers are just there because they have powers, like, fetishes, and they have no. So I just like imagine me as a 10-year-old, but with my brain right now being like, you have no control over your husband cheating on you with his secretary. So you want to come into this school and put your control over literal children. You are weak. Your entire bloodline is weak. Get out of my face. Imagine me as
I'm going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm going to the bathroom. Imagine me being as a 10-year-old.
Oh my God.
But no, and then like my parents are both public school teachers, so they always had to be on the school side because they worked in the district. So that every time they got a call, they said it was very embarrassing because it's like they know, the people calling know them.
Right.
So they always had to be on their side. But now it's like, now as we're all adults, my dad's like, oh yeah, half those teachers sucked. Like they were just like,
that must feel good.
My father used to like not go to staff meetings because he has tenure, so they can't do anything. And he was very well liked. Like the kids really liked him. People would request to be in his class all the time. And he wouldn't go to the staff meetings because he said they just like cause drama. He's like, these are adults just making problems. He's like, so I just don't go. And I'm like, okay, you're allowed to not deal with it. But when I have the same exact thought where I'm like, this teacher's just causing drama, I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But you can, like, all right, Dad. But anyway, so I've always been, and I feel like I've never really had a job, but I feel like that's the same way I would be with a boss if I had one.
Oh my God, I can't imagine anyone telling you to do something, especially if like you were like, actually my way's better, and they'd be like, well, I don't care, it's I'm paying you to do this. You'd be like, never mind, you're not actually. I quit.
Yeah So
I'd pay money to see that.
We should do like Undercover Boss, but the opposite, I guess. Or no, I guess
like, you just get a job.
I just get a job at Walmart and live stream it the whole time.
Leave a comment if you want to see that.
Yeah, so I guess like that's always been.
Damn.
I've always been like, entrepreneurial. Like I always, when I was a kid, I valued money too, like more than I do now. Not saying I don't value money, but I see it now as what it is. I think is it's a tool. But I used to hoard money. Like I used to spend nothing.
Right.
I used to just like every Christmas, birthday, I put it all in a bank account. We'd go out for dinner, all my friends or whatever. I wouldn't spend anything. I just drink water and sit there, and like people would feel bad and give me fries or whatever, and like and I just wouldn't spend a cent because I just had like this kind of toxic view of money. And when I got older, I realized that it was like
you
spend
could
money
use
to
it
make
to your
yeah. But like I remember like when I turned 18, I had like $8,000 in the bank. From just like never having a job, just like, I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but like from just hoarding from birthdays and stuff is a lot of money.
Definitely, especially at 18.
Exactly, or younger. Probably I was like 16 when that happened, because by the time I was 18, I was already taking out debt for to start.
That already switched.
But so I always kind of like valued the value of money. I was always kind of rambunctious and didn't want to have a boss. I was in sales mode. So yeah, I think there was probably a lot of signs. I think you probably could have seen very early on that I wasn't going to be.
Like if I put bets on it, I would have won.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, because I know my parents always kind of steered me to be a government employee with a good pension.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go to film school at some point because I still am really into that, but it just wasn't. But now I use my film passion to like make content, like business content and TikToks and
stuff that you like,
and podcasts and whatnot. So I use those skills that I've accumulated to do that, which is it wasn't a whole waste of my time, but
I mean, if you like it.
So did you have?
See, now I don't want to go. That was you're like I should have said my story first, so then people just forgot about it.
I love the story that you told me though. The one.
I'll just tell that one. I think like since we're on personality wise, it's funny because I was the opposite. I was like, I'll do what I'm told. I don't want to cause any trouble. I don't need any of this. I've always said, which I think is funny, I think I'm a better employee than I am business owner.
Okay.
But I like it so much more.
Yeah, that's how
it's weird though, because it's like I feel like at least like employee wise, I think I'm pretty good for like the right people.
You're a very good employee.
But it's like I just like doing a good job. I think like it's like the hard worker aspect of me like helps a lot is like entrepreneur stuff, and that's why I think at least my business partner, it like evens out the stuff where I'm like, oh, I don't really know. She's like, no, we're doing this. I'm like, all right, like we're good. But yeah, I think that's probably the biggest thing is like, since I have a kid, always such a hard worker. The one story that I will tell, because I think it's very fun and very interesting, and I look back and I'm like, was me and my cousins. We were really, really close growing up. I'd go over to their place all the time. And you know how like most kids like play normal games? You do like a board game, you play video games or whatever. We created a super mall, so we called it. My aunt and uncle, they own a business, so they had like a whole office set up downstairs. So like, you know, couple computers, couple whatever, and we would go on there and we'd type up, okay, there's 50 stores in this, rent from each of them is this much, this is how much money we're bringing in every month, this is the electricity bill. Didn't know where we knew that from.
Yeah.
At like 8 years old.
Yeah, because I get like yeah, I get
so
like
funny.
being 8 years old and like you're playing like I own a grocery store or whatever,
Yeah.
but it's like, yeah, I wasn't making spreadsheets.
Yeah,
you know what
see,
I mean?
don't get me wrong. We did start with that, you know, where it'd be like, that was our first one, was at my house, actually. We did a grocery store. We made fake money. It was just always like, always exchanging some sort of currency.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we moved on to bigger things. We're like, we can own a
Our single grocery store
business.
isn't making enough money, so
No, we need a it was a super mall. That's what we called it. It was A&J Super Mall. Yeah, all three of us would do it. It's funny now to look back because one of my cousins, I might be wrong, I don't think they'll watch this, but she's like very into like architect and like the like design and like, it's not my forte, but it's like the whole floor plan layout. She like created one for that. So it's like the water fountain in the middle, like all this different stores surrounding
and now that's
it.
what she does for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Which is so cool.
Crazy, yeah.
Like, yeah, she works for like the city.
Yeah.
It just does stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, other cousin, exact same, where it basically went exactly into her field. And I just think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
So we do that like every time we go over. It'd be like, like we get there at like 10 a.m. I'd sleep over, like not a break we would have from like this super mall.
Hey, you're an entrepreneur. You don't get any breaks.
24/7, man.
Yeah.
Like people are paying their rent. Like it was stressful. Like,
And this is all just
like,
stuff that you made up.
yeah, it's like in a Word document.
Yeah.
Like I wish like we still had it somewhere
Yeah.
because it's so funny. But it'd be like, yeah, like
Yeah, it's not like you had
This-
other kids from the neighborhood that are like, I'm not going to pay my rent today. Like, you're making up
these situations.
the situations. You're basically doing, you know, in sales, like big sales teams, they'll do like role play.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically doing that. You're like, okay, pretend you're not paying rent.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna
this,
like,
yeah, like this swimsuit place.
Yeah.
They're
they
behind
were the
3
worst.
days.
Yeah, they were the worst.
They owed us $500
That's
in rent.
crazy. Yeah,
Insane. And then I think it's funny you bring up like your film stuff.
yeah,
Because once we started to get like a little like, okay, it's maybe a little tedious. We're children typing into a Word document. We started filming commercials
yeah,
for all of these different places.
yeah, yeah.
I swear they have them somewhere, but it's
They
like,
gotta
yeah,
be somewhere.
little camcorder. We'd do the entire like script. We'd film multiple locations around their neighborhood. Like, yeah, like there's just so many just elaborate scripts of like stuff to just be like, and the end would always be like, come on down to A&J Super Mall. Like it's 10 years old.
You know what? Actually, that you just gave me a
It's so funny.
You just gave me a flashback of like something I completely forgot. I was big into Lego when I was a kid, and I had a I designed like a Lego retail store where I would like
Amazing.
sell Lego, and then I made advertisements like posters and I
Right.
put them up in the house.
Wait, that's so funny.
Yeah. And I guess like my brother was the only one that would come to it.
That's
But,
still profit.
yeah.
You're still making money.
But I think it was more like I was into the designing it, like
Yeah.
not like aesthetically, but like the idea of like, okay, here's my inventory, and like,
Yeah, and to
I'm
build
like, this
something
is like just
from-
coming back to me, but
It's so cool.
yeah.
That's so funny.
So it's yeah, it is interesting that like the signs are there, and I'd be curious to hear like if you're a business owner, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Like, are we just actually crazy?
Because I'd be curious to
It's
know
so
if
funny.
there's a through line with
Yeah.
with entrepreneurs that they all had something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, man, those are simple times. I would
Yeah.
kill to go back for a day. Like you were talking about like going back to your 10-year-old self. I want to go back and run the shit out of A&J Supermall. Are you kidding me?
Like, actually,
kick that swimsuit place out, bro.
So here's the thing. I've done some market research, and $500 for a 4,500 square foot store in a mall is actually under market.
Yeah. Raise those prices. Yeah. Oh, man.
I don't care that you just had a kid. We're raising your rent. Do you think it's your end goal? Do you want to buy a mall one day?
No.
Yeah, right? Maybe in the metaverse.
Like, I think, you know what, if the opportunity was presented and it made sense,
to.
like, I would.
You have to.
You
call it A&J's Super
Well,
Mall.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's like 5 stores. It's a super mall. Like, absolutely not.
Well,
Put a
yeah.
fountain in the middle.
It's a dying industry.
Oh, I'd get...
right?
Yeah.
It's probably a bad investment, but...
I get my cousins back into it for sure.
2025, I'm sure it's a bad investment to buy malls nowadays, but...
Yeah, I don't know, man. It worked back then. I'm sure we made a profit or something. Simpler times.
Simpler time. I guess we've always been like this, huh?
I think so. That's like the best story I have of that is like, other than that, like, I didn't make any money. I didn't make any money off of anything that I did as a kid, but I think it's funny. Like, no other 8-year-old I know would be, doing spreadsheets of all the 50 stores and coming up with names too.
Yeah.
Like, we had this one character that was like, oh my God. Sorry, this is all coming back to me right now. When we started doing the commercials, we had this one character that was like a competing mall.
Well, you got to get him.
And he'd become, I was him. I was playing his character, and we'd have to swap out every so often.
Of course, yeah.
Wish I could remember the name, but yeah, he was evil man, always trying to sabotage our stuff, man. So yeah, I need that imagination back, I think. Anyway, I think it's fun now that I get to do this as a job instead of on a Google Doc. No, it wasn't even Google Doc. It was it was literally Microsoft Word.
This would have been 10 or 20 years ago almost, right?
God damn, I gotta find those commercials.
I would love to watch them.
Actually, though. That's it. That's all I got. Thanks for talking today.
No problem.
I'll have more fun questions, like real business questions, next week.
Let us know if you have a similar experience.
Please. I want to know. It's so interesting.
Thanks, Alyssa.
Thanks, Willows. Still bad. I'll get better, man.
Follow us on Instagram.